Hey, what's up? My name is Tim and this is part 2 of the attic loft project. And in this video we'll talk about the insulation, we'll talk about some of the electrical work that I did to this room, the Ethernet cord, the coax, all those things that I added because part of this room is going to be an office space, and even regardless of the space that's going to be, it's good to have a place that you can use for all sorts of reasons. So that was installed as well. And then we'll talk about, we'll actually use some of the drywall and the ceiling and some of the walls. And other than that, if you missed part 1, which had subfloor, the window, the door, and just some structural stuff, then that's in part 1. And then part 3, which is coming out in just a bit, will be about the flooring, the carpet, mudding the drywall, priming and painting, and then putting these shelves in, and really just the finished work. And so if you haven't subscribed, definitely do that. If you're enjoying some of this content, then follow along. We've done a lot of great projects, and from outside to inside, and this was one of the bigger ones that I've done lately. So I wanted to go ahead and break down all these videos with the attic space, since there were so many great questions about it and more people interested in it. So other than that, I'm gonna jump in and we'll talk more about all of this whole room. All right, so what I'm doing now is preparing the wires so that we can run the electrical right throughout this whole room. And I have the bundle right here, and I found a spot in the wall, and I have a light right here, so I'm gonna shine it just to show you. I found a spot in the wall where we can run the wires down. I put a pipe right in there, just honestly because it'll be easier to run stuff down later. If I need to run any kind of other cables or Ethernet cords, I can just run it right through that pipe right there. So we're pushing it all down, and that's gonna reach the breaker box, which is down in the basement. And we're gonna run 2 sets of wires for the room, lights, and any additional stuff. So this right here will take care of it. This is wire number 1. We labeled it, and then we're gonna do 1 more wire. So, okay, I'm here in the basement. You can see right here is the pipe that I put down, and then there is the wire. Got 1 down, got 1 more to go, and then we'll connect it and run some boxes and some lights. Okay, so we have 2 wires in. We're good. We have a bracket attached this pipe to the wall, no movement, nice and strong. So again, if we need to put any more electrical or any kind of cable or Ethernet cable through here, then you definitely can. Okay, so what we're doing now is running the Ethernet cord, the cable, up to the room, and we have the Ethernet cord already down there in the basement. What we just got to do is take it and run it across the basement into that little pipe that I put up earlier. That's the cable right there, Ethernet cable cord. What we're gonna do, grab it. Okay, so right now we're doing the insulation. What we're doing is we're insulating the bottom walls, and then we're gonna start insulating these walls right here. So we're not gonna go up to the 2x4s. We're gonna go ahead and start from the exterior as best as possible, and we're gonna then go up towards the roof later on. So right now we're doing the walls downstairs that kind of meet up halfway into this room, and then we're doing these walls right here. Okay, so we're close to finishing all the insulation up top on the ceiling. We have pretty much all of it done throughout the sides, and another hour or 2 we'll have the insulation of the ceiling done, and then we'll get to drywall, so it should be pretty good. Okay, so right now I have the Ethernet cable, which is right here, and the cable right here, coax cable. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and run it under the floor all the way to that side of the room. So you could definitely do this before you lay the floor down, but for some reason I didn't think through that, and I figured I could run it around the walls, which at this point it would be just quicker to run it through the floor. And it's easier for me right now because I have this pole right here. So when we moved into the house, it's a chimney cleaner rod, and I have 4 sections of it, or 5, and it's about 16 feet long. So I'm gonna stick that through this hole all the way down in there, and then tie some tape around the end, and then stick it in under through here where the trusses run parallel this way. So we're about to see how that works, and then we'll pop it out a hole in the very end right there, and then we'll run it to that outlet. So this should work out. One of the most coolest things about remodeling that I personally love is getting to step back and look at the project that you just got done. And in this case, I just did half the lights in this room, and then 2 lights on this side. So we have a total of 8 lights in right now. And I'm about to turn on the switch and see how nice it looks in this room. So you ready for this? All right, the lights are in.